8:13, and a girl named Joe. So tell them your story. Tell them what you're going to be doing for those who just heard the tease that you are leaving. This is your last show with Coffee, Country, and Cody.
It is. It is. My word of the year was service. And so I manifested getting accepted to the Navy after applying over a year ago. And, if I'm going to have a word, I better be true to it. I've got to be a woman of my word. So I'm going to go and become a member of the Navy. Yeah.
And your inspiration for that started when you were here at Vanderbilt in International Studies, which led you to a year in Somalia.
That's right.
And you had just literally gotten off the plane when I called you.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize you'd done all that. And Charlie says, have you talked to Joe? And I said, no, but I told you I was going to call her. He goes, she's been in Somalia.
Yeah.
And I said,
I see your name and I pick the phone up and I say, Bill Cody, because I'm so happy to hear your voice. And you go, Somalia.
But did you always have a military interest, or did that really?
I had always had it, and always read books about military history and took all the military science and history classes at Vandy, but just never thought that as a female, with a country music background, and I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I always thought it just wasn't the right path. But the more I became educated about it, the more I realized, wow, should have done this a long time ago.
So military intelligence with the Navy. That's the field
correct.
that you will
and
be
it
in.
will be the reserve, so it leaves time for me to do music as well, which is perfect. If I make it through boot camp. Y'all might be welcoming me right back in my chair. Shamed.
So one of the things we talked about when I called you to say if you had any interest at all in becoming a part of the morning show back in, October, November?
Yeah.
You said, and I've got this new record. I've got it done. I just got to find a home for it.
Yeah.
And what you're going to play turns out is the title track of the album.
Yes.
And I said to her one morning, I said, what was that song about the music business that kind of applies to real life? Because not all songs that are about the industry and life on the road and the difficulties of being in show business, they don't always play well with people. They wind up being album cuts.
It's hard to relate to sometimes.
But this song will, wherever you are in your life, whatever your struggles are with your job and wherever you find yourself, you will find yourself in this song, I think.
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that too, Bill, because that was our goal. When we sat down to write it, we were like, we have to write what we know, the three of us, me, Liz Rose, and JT Harding. So we combined our three stories and put specifics about the stories in. But we were like, we just want to retain the universal quality because everybody goes to chase a dream, even if it's down the road and you never leave your home,
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And then the ironic part is I went across the world to Mogadishu, Somalia, and this song took on a whole new meaning for me. So.
And parenthetically, when you say Mogadishu, Somalia, the most dangerous place on earth.
Yeah, there's actually a book called The Most Dangerous Place in the World.
Is that
it's
right?
about Somalia. It's
oh
about
my gosh.
Mogadishu.
Yeah. Joe Smith on Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Caught a ride with a friend of a cousin. We were innocent, hell-bent, didn't know nothing. We were burning dreams like gasoline. I'm still here. She moved back to Abilene. I fell for a smooth-talking boy in an alley bar. Head down in his eyes like some Laurel Canyon star. Turned out he wasn't no good, no, but he played guitar. It's hard when you realize you're not who you think you are. And I laid in the floor and cried for this town I've come alive, and I've died for this town I've called home, and I've lied for this town. But what I lost ain't close to what I found in this town. 3 steps forward and 4 steps back and forth. Sucks you in, spits you out like a revolving door. Got a handful of humble I didn't even come here for. That's alright, yeah, it's alright that I laid in the floor and cried for this town I've come alive, and I've died for this town
That's Our Girl Named Joe in This Town. It's the title track of the album. If you want to know more about Joe and her music and follow that part of her life, at Joe Smith Music.
That's right.